A cruise steward just revealed the one tipping mistake that can transform your entire vacation experience. This 22-year cruise veteran watched a passenger navigate the complex world of cruise gratuities with surprising results. What she discovered will change how you think about cruise service. Today, we're exploring 10 practical tipping guidelines every cruiser should understand. Some might surprise you. Rule number 7 could help you save money while getting better service. And number 10 addresses the most misunderstood aspect of cruise gratuities. And if you find this information helpful, please consider subscribing. It helps us bring you more researched cruise advice that could improve your next vacation. But first, let me tell you about Barbara's learning experience. Barbara, a 72-year-old grandmother from Phoenix, thought she understood cruise tipping. She prepaid her gratuities online at $16 per day, packed some cash for extras, and felt prepared for her first Caribbean cruise. By day 3, she noticed her service seemed standard, but not exceptional. Her room steward was professional, but not particularly engaging. The bartenders were friendly, but didn't remember her preferences. What Barbara discovered was that cruise tipping has more layers than most passengers realize. Her prepaid gratuities covered her main dining staff and stateroom attendants through a pooled system, but many crew members who enhanced her experience worked on different compensation structures. She wasn't doing anything wrong, but she wasn't maximizing her opportunities either. Bartenders receive automatic gratuities of 18% on drink purchases and beverage packages. Spa staff get automatic service charges on treatments. Specialty restaurant servers receive 18 to 20% automatic gratuities on meals. But these automatic charges don't build the personal connections that can elevate a cruise experience. When Barbara learned about the different tipping structures on day 4, she adjusted her approach. She started recognizing exceptional service with small additional cash tips and personal thank you notes. Here's where Barbara's story reveals something important about cruise service that most passengers never fully understand. Rule 10. Understanding prepaid gratuities. Prepaid gratuities, typically $16 to $21 per person per day, are distributed through pooled systems to stateroom attendants and main dining staff. The exact distribution varies by cruise line, but these pools often include behind-the-scenes crew members who contribute to your experience.
Passengers sometimes think prepaid gratuities cover everyone, but different departments have different compensation structures.
We appreciate when passengers understand that bartenders, spa staff, and specialty restaurant servers have automatic service charges built into their pricing. Rule 9. The cash appreciation strategy. Small cash tips with personal notes can enhance service relationships, but timing and approach matter. Some cruise lines actually discourage upfront tipping to avoid creating service expectations based on tips rather than professional standards. The key is recognizing exceptional service when it occurs, rather than trying to purchase better service in advance. Rule 8. Building service relationships. Positive interactions with crew members throughout your cruise can enhance your experience more effectively than large upfront tips. Remembering names, saying thank you, and showing genuine appreciation for good service often matters more than extra money. But understanding how different service areas actually work is where many experienced cruisers still get confused. The service enhancement strategies are coming up, and rule number 7 addresses one of the biggest misconceptions about cruise spending. Rule 7. Stateroom service. Understanding daily gratuities of $16 to $21 per person already compensate stateroom attendants fairly. Additional tips of $10 to $20 can show appreciation for exceptional service, but they're not required for professional, courteous service.
Rather than tipping up front, I focused on being a considerate guest.
I kept my cabin tidy, communicated clearly about preferences, and showed appreciation when service exceeded expectations. The relationship improved naturally. Rule 6. Dining service dynamics. Main dining room staff are compensated through the pooled gratuity system. Additional tips aren't expected for standard good service but can recognize truly exceptional experiences. The staff work as teams, so individual tipping can sometimes create awkward dynamics. Rule 5. The relationship investment approach. Rather than focusing on upfront tipping, successful cruisers invest in relationships through consistent courtesy, clear communication, and genuine appreciation.
When I stopped worrying about tipping strategies and started focusing on being a good guest, my cruise experiences improved dramatically.
Crew members remember passengers who are kind, patient, and appreciative. Most people will forget to hit subscribe, even though it helps us research and verify information like this. Your support helps us provide accurate cruise guidance. Now we're getting into areas where cruise pricing structures can be genuinely confusing, and rule number 4 clarifies a common source of passenger uncertainty. Rule 4. Automatic service charges. Automatic gratuities of 18 to 20% are clearly added to specialty restaurant bills, bar tabs, and spa services. These charges are transparent on receipts and cover the service staff appropriately. Additional cash tips are optional and should be based on truly exceptional service, not social pressure. The system is designed to ensure fair compensation while giving passengers control over recognizing outstanding service. Rule 3. The appropriate tipping range. Excessive tipping can create uncomfortable situations for both crew and other passengers. When additional tips are appropriate, staying within 10 to 25% above standard amounts maintains balance without creating awkward dynamics. One passenger who tipped extremely large amounts early in the cruise found that it created uncomfortable expectations and affected the crew's ability to provide consistent service to all guests. Rule 2. Beverage service clarity. Bartenders are compensated through the 18% automatic gratuity on drinks and beverage packages. This system ensures fair compensation without requiring additional tipping decisions from passengers. Always check receipts to understand what charges are already included. The final 2 guidelines address the most practical aspects of cruise tipping, including one that could significantly impact your cruise budget planning. Rule 1. The Service Recognition System. While cruise lines do track guest preferences and service feedback, there's no secret database of tipping history that affects future cruise treatment. VIP treatment typically comes from loyalty program status, suite bookings, or specific guest services requests, not tipping patterns.
I get excellent service on repeat cruises because the crew recognizes me as a returning guest who's courteous and appreciative, not because of any tipping database.
Building genuine relationships matters more than trying to buy special treatment. The cruise industry's actual customer tracking focuses on loyalty program participation, spending patterns, and service feedback surveys, not individual tipping amounts. The most successful cruise guests understand that exceptional experiences come from being considerate passengers who communicate clearly, show appreciation appropriately, and build genuine relationships with crew members over time. What's been your experience with cruise tipping? Have you found certain approaches that work better than others? Share your practical tips in the comments because real passenger experiences help other cruisers make informed decisions. But there's one important trend in cruise tipping that's changing the landscape for future travelers. Some luxury cruise lines, including Oceania starting in 2025, are eliminating automatic gratuities entirely. This trend toward transparent, inclusive pricing might spread to other cruise lines, making individual service recognition more straightforward. When automatic gratuities are removed, passengers have complete control over service recognition. But it also means being more attentive to fair compensation for crew members who enhance the cruise experience. Ready to cruise with confidence? The summary of the most practical guidelines is coming up. Let's recap the 3 most practical guidelines that can improve your cruise experience without unnecessary complexity. Most important understanding? Compensation structures. Different cruise departments have different compensation systems. Prepaid gratuities cover dining and stateroom staff through pools, while bars, spas, and specialty restaurants use automatic service charges. Understanding these systems prevents confusion and ensures appropriate recognition. Most valuable approach: relationship building. Genuine courtesy, clear communication, and appropriate appreciation create better cruise experiences than complex tipping strategies. Crew members respond positively to passengers who are considerate and respectful. Most practical strategy: budget planning plan for automatic service charges of 18 to 20% on bar tabs, spa services, and specialty dining. Keep small bills available for recognizing exceptional service, but don't feel pressured to tip beyond reasonable amounts. Bonus industry insight. The trend toward transparent, inclusive pricing in luxury cruise segments might eliminate some tipping confusion in future years, making cruise budgeting more straightforward. Viewer secret phrase. Type "fair service" in the comments if you made it this far. You now understand cruise compensation systems better than many experienced travelers. These tipping guidelines aren't about maximizing service through money. They're about understanding cruise compensation structures, budgeting appropriately, and building positive relationships that enhance your vacation experience. Your preparation checklist. Research your specific cruise line's policies, budget for automatic service charges, bring small bills for exceptional service recognition, and focus on being a courteous, appreciative guest. Which guideline was most helpful for your cruise planning? Comment below and subscribe for next week's video. Cruise scams targeting seniors in 2025. We'll examine real tactics used by dishonest operators and how to protect yourself. Until next time, cruise informed and tip appropriately.